able to deal quite a bit of damage despite such a huge deficit, but just having such a big disadvantage being built up over such a long amount of time, it just put him in a really poor position to be successful there. So if they're going to want to change this next game around, they're going to need to get kills earlier and more often.
Yeah, so it does look like both teams are ready to go. Both captains have confirmed they're good to go. So we will be getting to chat select right now.
Ooh, who do you think we're going to see banned? Same bans, or are we going to see some target bans?
I don't know. Nami
right off the bat.
Wow. Yeah, but the thing is they just all played very well. You're going to ban Nami? Well, guess what? The jungler also did well, so then you have to ban Rammus. Well, if you ban Rammus, then what about Maokai? Because Maokai did well. What about Corki? Corki did well.
They got to get rid of the Rammus. The Rammus, I think, was way too impactful. Like, Nami was able to really help bot lane dominate. Oh, wow, the target ban's coming out like crazy. Syndra getting knocked out as well. Apparently too much for that other mid to handle. I mean, she was 6-0 towards the end there. At least the last time that I checked, she was dealing a ton of damage to champions in team fights and 1v1.
Yep,
and there's the last target ban. Not putting up with any of that.
Oh no, man, it's over.
Composition.
Yeah. So then also, I mean, the bans coming out from Freebird and Friends are pretty much the same. We have Ryze, Lee Sin. Who is their last ban? I don't remember.
Kha'Zix.
Kha'Zix. There we go. That's the one.
Why change what works?
Yeah, and here we go. Maybe they're just going to switch team comps.
Yeah, looks like July new hires are taking on that Maokai now. They saw it work. They're just going to try to copy and paste.
Yeah, that works.
They only got one more member that they can copy, though.
I know, right? Because they banned everybody else. So we do actually have an insta-lock coming out from that Maokai and then throwing it right back to Freebird and Friends.
I mean, the Maokai was able to really do some good work up top. I think part of it was because he was able to get a pretty good advantage through, like, a gank or two. But still, like, he was able to snowball that pretty well. Lucian, again, getting through.
Lucian and Janna. Oh, man.
That's what Freebird wants. He wants the Lucian, and so they gave it to him again. Janna getting pulled onto the purple team this time, so Freebird and Friends going to be able to lock up that, or, being able to do some work bot lane with Janna and Lucian. Looks like they're thinking about Thresh for July new hires. Thresh, great champ, one of the really good supports out there right now. I'm surprised we haven't seen a Braum. Like, I mean, he's really good, or a Morgana. A lot of good supports to choose from, and Janna being picked both games is a little surprising to me.
Yeah, but Janna just mixes so well with Lucian, because Lucian is, like I said, very much a lane bully. Throw that Janna shield on him. He can jump in and soak up a couple hundred damage, but also deal like 100 to 200 damage more than he could otherwise. So, you know, 500 damage swing coming in from one trade from just the Janna shield.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be able to, like, run circles around whatever the other bot lane is between Janna's bonus movement speed and her slows and Lucian's mobility. I mean, it's just great overall. I feel like they're going to have total movement control over the bot lane.
Yeah, so meanwhile, we do have the J4 coming out. So Tommy Lee sticking on that J4. Thinks he can do well this time. Not really trying to say that in like an insulting way. But Tommy Lee sticking with it, understanding that there really wasn't a ton of difference between him and the last jungler. It was just a few key plays. So, you know, maybe kind of regathered himself, made those slight adjustments, and will be more impactful on the lanes. But we do have a Braum and a Caitlyn and a
he's just randoming through. Yeah, I think the J4 did good last game. Well, English. He did well last game. It was just the Rammus got so many more ganks off because, I mean, look, the mobility is just huge. Gnar and Vi coming out from Freebird and Friends. Peckle is going to take that Gnar top. I saw, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, he played a Gnar in one of the other games, and I've seen some Gnar do quite a bit of, or I've seen Gnars do quite a bit of work throughout this tournament. That passive and the alternate form for Gnar is just so big, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, and you know what I really like about Freebird and Friends team? A lot of times you'll see when people go for for a big pick like Lucian, they'll build like a protect the pick composition or protect the, insert champion here composition. But in this case, they're protecting him simply because there's so many more threats in the team. Vi can jump on an AD carry. Vi can jump on an AP mid laner, get her down to about half health, and then have the team come and follow up. Whereas Gnar as well can just jump in and be a huge disruption. Vumaster actually picking up the Lissandra, feeling like he's got to show Chimney Bears how to play.
Yeah, you bet. The Tristana pick from the other side, from the July new hires, is interesting. Tristana is huge right now in solo queue. I mean, she's just getting banned out pretty much every game. So to see her go through, it's interesting because in-house tournaments and even in the After Hours Gaming League, you always see like a bit of inner conflict when people are doing their bans. They kind of have to ask themselves, okay, am I going to try to get the good shaver of the month right now, or am I going to go with what I'm comfortable with? Freebird clearly going with what he's comfortable with, but Phantoms looks like he's, well, I should say Abigail picking up that Tristana, going bot lane with her being in a really good, strong position right now. We'll see whether or not that pays off.
Yeah, and we are now at the point where all champions have picked. They've traded back and forth, and so we are now waiting for about 30 seconds before we enter that 3-minute delay. Let's analyze the lanes. Bot lane, I guess first of all, before we get into lane, let's talk about early trades. Are we going to see an invade? Are we going to see anything pre 2 minutes in this game?
Probably not. I mean, the best that they have from the July new hires is going to be the Thresh hook, which is kind of like a half blitz hook in terms of like what it can actually do. It's big if you get it, but your whole team needs to be there. The other team needs to be like out of position. I don't think that we're going to see that. I think we're going to see another like let's play it safe, everybody spread out, nobody screw up. Kind of pre-game setup. I think that in terms of what the lanes are going to look like here, we saw Maokai be huge last time. I don't know how he's going to stack up against Gnar, especially since Maokai has, I'm pretty sure, like a decent amount of like magic resist, and Gnar is almost all physical based. I've seen Gnar do some real good work, so we'll see how that goes. In terms of the mid lane, it's both lanes, both champs, Orianna and Lissandra can just clear minions. So, I mean, they could very easily get no kills on each other, or if they get caught out enough times by the junglers, they could very easily get just camped almost every couple of minutes. And then for bot lane, the wise philosopher Flava Flav once said, "Don't believe the hype." So when I look at that Tristana, I want to not believe the hype. But her early trades and her her mid game and her late game just are so good. I don't know how that's going to go. It really depends, I think, on whether or not the jungler is going to be able to come in and help capitalize on those areas of strength.
But the other thing too is that Vi is going to have a hard time jumping on Tristana. I mean, I said earlier that Vi has a difficult time, or Vi can just jump on an AD carry, but Tristana is very unique in the sense that, as soon as that ult locks onto her, she can jump back into her team. And then as soon as the ult is done, she'll get bursted down to about half health, but then
Buster shot away.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, but late game, that Buster shot keeps you in range of the auto attack from the Tristana. So yes, Vi can jump onto Tristana, but unless the rest of the team can follow up, Vi is basically just going to get soloed by Tristana.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like the Lissandra use her claw to get in and then ult the Tristana and then just Zhonya's herself. You almost always see Lissandra's get Zhonya's. And even in the last game, he built it. So I would not be surprised if that was the case here as well.
Yeah, so we should also clarify that Vumaster's on Lissandra this time compared to Chimney Bears from last time.
Yeah, that's a switch right there.
That's a switcheroo. That's going to be confusing. Might as well just rename them.
Yeah. I'm confused anyways.
I know, right? I'm just confused in general. So, I wasn't aware that I was signing up to come to Wisconsin when I came to Epic. Nah, just kidding. We do have about 15 seconds before we start to load What do you think are the key matchups this game? I mean, we've kind of analyzed every lane. What lane should we be paying most attention to?
Well, considering how mid lane just really swung in the one side last time, I would say mid lane and bot lane. Those are the two where, I mean, there was just the most clear difference. Even then, I mean, like, Caitlyn still was able to catch up in terms of farm, but the kill difference was just too great. So, I mean, we really are going to need to see some kills from the July new hires in this game.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. Wow, I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at this loading screen, and one of the things that I've noticed is if you look at Freebird and friends, they were all diamond last year. But if we look at the other side, they were really plats and golds. So great improvement coming out from July new hires. Most improved award goes to July new hires. So if they win nothing else, that's what they can win.
Let's see if they can get most improved from last game to this game.
Well, they will, right? Oh, I mean, I guess I hope they will. I have confidence, though. I'm pretty excited. This should be a fantastic game.
Yes, I am excited for this game.
All right, so I have, in fact, gotten all the champs set up. Maokai's actually buying a tad late, a couple seconds later than his team. There are some pinks going down early, though.
Yeah, looks like they are going to be pretty much just setting up. It looks like the Freebird and friends, they haven't put nearly as many pings out as last time, so maybe they're utilizing words or something like that. But it looks like the July new hires putting down a lot of pings, just looking to defend. J4 and Lucian dropping some wards down there. Pretty much just want to see if anybody's going to do anything stupid, but nobody is, because we're all professionals here.
Mm-hmm. That's what we like to tell ourselves.
Yes.
Both wards going down in that same bush. We got a ward coming out from Zygex.
Yeah, one of the things that I've seen a lot of mid players do is dropping that ward where you see Orianna right now. You can see she's pretty much just standing right on top of a ward. It's meant to be just right outside the tower range, obviously. Hilarious when the mids will screw that up and get it just within tower range and pretty much just hand over some gold.
Mm-hmm. That changes the entire course of the game as well.
Yeah, it's a grave mistake they made. It's bad.
That's a whole, like, 3/4 of a pot, man.
Yo. That's math.
First blood. We'd have to cheer. We'd have to cheer if this was the LCS.
That's true. They do go crazy anytime a ward is killed.
No, that's really like as a result of those games from season 2 that were just absolutely dead.
Quick aside here. If you look up there with Gnar, it looks like he's just standing right there.
Oh.
Lucky that he started moving around. I don't think that would have hit him, but still, you never want to be too sure. Oh, look at this. We're getting a lane swap. That's going to be worse for the Maokai. So I kind of... okay, so here's what they're doing. They're doing the Maokai. They're doing the, like, kind of
jungle,
double
dual jungle
thing. They're going to bring Maokai through. They're going to keep him right next to Jarvan and get XP, and then they're going to bring him top. And then based off of that... Oh, yeah, it works. It murdered us last year. Us being, like, the Epic team against Amazon. But, yeah, so it looks like they're going up. They're probably going to take the red... they're going to get, I think, another level or so off of that. No, they're going to then try to go top. If the Janna wasn't there, then this would be that much more devastating, but I think they'll be okay. 4v2 top is not nearly as bad as 4v1 math. So hard.
Oh, be careful. Zygex.
Oh, Zygex getting caught out, taking a lot of damage. Oh, Zygex is going to go down. First blood to the Thresh. Carry Thresh coming in.
July new hires completely shifting from what they did last game. Janna's actually coming in. Good ward will spot this 4-man gank coming up top. I doubt we'll see a kill off of it, but
really, things are different. It's different now.
Yeah,
and that's
it
exciting.
Totally is. 400 gold lead going in favor of them. Phantom's actually going bot lane. Will try to stop.
Yeah,
he's dying, but he will.
Yeah, he's not even necessarily trying to stop it. He's just trying to get all the XP that comes from that pretty big wave of minions right there. So good for him. I mean, that was a very nicely executed strategy from July new hires. Great way to start off the game. That's the tone that they need to set.
Oh yeah, they just make plays. And so this lane swap, I mean, who really benefited from this lane swap?
Well, I think that overall, like, the July new hires benefited the most, but it was good for... It's good in the sense that for Freebird and friends, that they were still able to do a pretty good job. Oh my god, that Gnar is so big! Oh my god, is Gnar gonna get a kill? Not quite, but the exhaust and heal have to go down for July new hires. Gnar is so beastly when he's in that form, no pun intended. I don't know if there's a pun in there, but he's a beast.
Yeah. So...
Yeah. See, this is why I like to play mid lane, because you don't have to deal with all of this, like, weirdness. But even then, Gnar is still able to farm from a pretty decent distance with that boomerang. But that's why they knew that, and they made the lane swap. Well, I should say they sent Maokai back bot with the TP. Because, I mean, if it was just Gnar against Maokai, that would be pretty rough.
Yeah, I agree with that. We do have, you know, just that boomerang. One of the things that you can do as well, this is kind of one of those pro mechanics if it works, you can actually throw the boomerang in the wrong direction, so you can throw it towards your own side, and then it has a longer range. I've seen a lot of people do that, where they'll just like chuck it in the wrong direction just to get some poke from a distance, and I want to see that at least once. I would love to see it like Gnar almost gets a kill but then misses it and then throws the boomerang in the wrong direction to get it under tower while the person's going back. Don't think that's going to happen, but that would be pretty epic. Zygex coming up top.
Yep, Zygex coming in for the gank, but nice lantern from Thresh and nice flash, able to get away from what would have otherwise been immediate death. Abigail able to get out as well by grabbing that lantern. Good job to him or her.
Yeah, Abigail, the potential man or woman, we don't know. Oh, but Abigail getting jumped on.
Oh, that man's gonna live. He lived.
I wish his name was Rachel, because then we could just yell it like Batman.
Where's Rachel?
Rachel!
Oh, look at Freebird. Oh, Freebird, he's getting too close. Oh, he's gonna die. Yeah, he's gonna... Oh, but Freebird lives somehow. Able to... not only able to get away, but still, he brings J4 and the tree really low. Wow, nice flash, nice heal from Freebird. Good escapes all around. That was really impressive.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot coming down on the bot. We were actually watching top because that's where kill went down.
Yes.
Tristana did end up dying there. So Tristana, even in this lane swap, having a rough time. This lane swap really hasn't worked out very well. I mean, Tristana has 33 farm compared to Dr. Freebird, who has 52 farm.
He's just free farming right now, bot. So, I mean, already we're seeing a small but, you know, somewhat significant lead from Freebird and friends in terms of the CS.
Well, especially considering that it was July new hires that initiated the lane swap. It hasn't really worked out for them, but they're sticking with it. They're convinced it's going to work out for them.
Yeah.
And I'm not so convinced that it won't. It's just that they're not. It's not going as well as they wished it would have.
They're not capitalizing on it as much as one would hope right yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, Silent J just kind of roaming. Look at this. Rabid Cat lands the Q. Unfortunately, the shield's too strong.
Yeah, nothing really going to happen with that. Good catch. If Oriana had been close enough, then it might have been a good idea to go in. But even then, you have no idea where Vi is right now. So, well, actually, they knew that Vi wasn't nearby. They have some good, pretty deep wards on that upper part of the map.
And there goes a pink ward. That's actually pretty big as well, because that pink ward is essentially the symbol of the difference in the gold, and the fact that it wasn't extremely useful there, and it went down really early.
Yeah, if you see what the supports are really doing here is they're doing a fantastic job of really just like running all over the place and just taking out wards. It's almost like they don't even care about like levels or anything. Oh, Thresh getting the hook. That's probably a mistake though. Oh, Gnar's able to push Tristana away from the lantern that would have otherwise been the saving grace. But Abigail is getting slowed by the exhaust. Exhaust goes down on Gnar. Teleport coming in. Let's see. Maokai and J4 are both here. They are going to at least be able to kill Gnar for sure. Oh, Abigail gets the kill, and J4 gets the kill on Janna. Great counter gank. Great teleport from that Maokai. Very nice all around.
Yeah, very, very nice play all around there. They will even get quite a bit of damage on this turret. Depending on how much they're willing to invest and how Dr. Freebird responds, they might be able to get this turret. Looks like they will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't even scared. And
yeah,
now
so
they're...
Pick up a turret.
Looks like Zygix and I'm sorry, it's
Zygix
Freebird
and
friends. Yeah, Zygix and friends. Freebird and friends are now looking for a dragon. They are going to take the turret for that. And it looks like if they get dragon as well, that'll actually even out pretty nicely for them.
Yeah, that gold will even out pretty nicely. It's debatable whether or not a first tier turret is worth a dragon trade. I think that you always have the turrets available, but whereas dragon is kind of one of those resources that comes and goes. So I would actually say that that's in favor of Freebird and friends, especially since they have the gold lead and they're down 2 kills.
Yeah. Also, hilarious is that for the mid lane, like every time I've looked over at them, they've been at the exact same farm. A second ago, they were both at 77. So very evenly matched, but not for long. Oh, it looks like
the
ultimate going down.
One more Q.
Oh, but the Thresh Lantern lets her get away.
Protect.
Oh, impressive.
Wow.
Very nice lantern. Again, the Thresh is like everywhere. The Thresh and Janna just are jumping all over the place, so...
I know, just like you said, they really are everywhere. Because that's not just Thresh in the lane, but that was also Janna that kind of helped to initiate that. And meanwhile, Gnar, man. Oh, I hate playing against Gnar in that top lane.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Oh my god.
He was able to do quite a bit of damage to that Maokai, but even then, Maokai is still able to heal up quite a bit. He gets a big chunk off of his passive.
Yeah.
Looks like Freebird and friends doing a ton of damage to this turret. They might get it. Probably not. Oh, J4 using the ultimate.
Oh!
Going to be a nice Orianna ult onto him. Looks like we are only having 1 kill out of that one kill come out of that though, and that is going to be on the J4.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the top lane, we do have a little bit of trading going on, but at this point, it's like 2 wet noodles fighting against each other. So, my guess is that we won't see a 1v1 kill up in this top lane, especially since Peckle isn't really building damage. He's just got health, so he's relying on that percentage health damage coming out of every 3rd proc to do things, which is really just annoying to Maokai. Meanwhile, Rabid Cat going to pick up a pink ward.
Yep.
That's
getting
like,
about 1,000 gold lead right now on the on Freebird and friends, but they're still down 1 kill, so...
Yeah, Freebird and friends...
Turret, so...
July New Hire's making good adjustments, so keeping up pretty well in this game. Meanwhile, Phantoms is getting poked out of that lane. Phantoms is having a really hard time standing in the lane, which is not unusual, especially considering that it's a ranged versus a melee, and that's always just a rough matchup.
Yeah, if Gnar is able to just kind of keep him away from the minions and just kind of zone him out, then it's good. But when Maokai's in all of those minions, he's able to heal up pretty decently. Right now, Maokai using the ultimate, but not too much going to come out of that, especially not when he sees Gnar charging up into his Super Gnar form. Or Mega Gnar, my bad.
Super Mega Gnar form?
Ultra Gnar!
Ultra Gnar. Yeah.
Skin.
I know. I think the reason why I hate Gnar so much is just because I can't figure out how to play him. I feel like everybody else does really well with him, and when I play him, I just, like, die. That's, like, my #1 move with Gnar, is I just die.
That's how it used to be with Yasuo. Oh, nice. Oh, nice ultimate going down onto Tommy Lee, but is he going to be able to use that Thresh Lantern? No, he's dead. Oh, that was pretty close, though, but too much CC coming out from Freebird and friends with that Lissandra ultimate and the follow-up stun.
Yeah, and I also really like the patience. Zygex did not use his ultimate there because it wasn't needed, which is kind of surprising.
Cool under pressure, that one is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I probably would have blown the ultimate really early, but really that ultimate could have been used to chase him across the wall should he have taken the lantern.
Yes. He only gets scared during Baron smites.
During Baron smites. I have a feeling that you played with this guy before.
Well, we saw the other match.
I know.
Well, yeah, where he
lost the Baron smite.
Yeah, he made a mistake.
Oh, Peckle deciding he wants to go back. Phantom's deciding he really doesn't want to check that bush. Would rather go for the farm.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. But you know, one of the things that's also quite impressive is that the farm is fairly even at this point. There is a farm lead coming out for Freebird and friends. You do have a 10 CS advantage in the favor of Lysandra. You have a 10 CS advantage in the favor of Lucian. A 10 CS, not even a 10 CS advantage in the favor of Gnar. But it's just really surprising to me that they're keeping so well together in farm, despite all of the action that's going on.
Yeah, what's also impressive is that I'm really not seeing that many folks stack too much health. There aren't that many health items except for just the top lane right now. Everybody's pretty squishy.
Yeah, they're opting for damage as opposed to defense.
If you look at the J4 even, he went almost immediately for boots of mobility, hence the hustle that you're seeing him lay out right now.
Do the hustle. Well, he's only been involved in 3 kills, which is technically 100% of their kills. That's actually impressive. I looked at it and I was like, oh, only 3 kills. Oh, wait, nope, that's all of them. So,
yeah,
can't be involved in more than are on the map.
Yeah.
So the next objectives that looks like is going to go down is that dragon in about 30 seconds. Both top laners do have their teleport, so they'll probably just wait here.
Yeah, and also if you look at the warding right now, what's pretty impressive is that you see multiple pink wards and normal wards from both teams. Both teams have been like taking out each other's pink wards like crazy. I don't know why I said it like that, but they have been taking it out like crazy.
I know, it's true.
Their ward coverage is great, and not only that, but each team has multiple sweepers. Not something you see every day in solo queue.
No, it's really not. Meanwhile, we do have Peckle actually missing a couple of his abilities. This is a time for Banthams to go in there. The ultimate does come down. Both ultimates actually coming down, but Peckle has to be a little bit careful here.
I mean, yeah, they're both going to be fine. And Purple, I'm sorry, I should say,
Peckle?
not Ziggs.
Freebird and friends.
Freebird and friends are able to take the dragon totally uncontested there. Despite some pretty good ward coverage, they had the dragon pit totally warded if you look at all the red down there.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going to try to trade this. Lysandra coming in.
Yeah. Oh, Lysandra.
Ultimate going down.
Ultimate. There's the ultimate. Orion ult. Oh, so much AoE damage coming out from everybody. Teleport coming in from Phantoms, but he is going to have to get the hell out of there. Oriana laying down the flash. Nara flashing in, trying to get a kill. Is he going to be able to get... Oh, Freebird getting the kill. Nice snipe by him. Lysandra.
Ultimate.
Just threatening with her claw.
So overall, a 3-for-1 exchange going heavily in favor of Freebird and friends, especially considering they got the dragon. They're about to get another turret.
Yeah, that was a great ultimate from both mids. That was a huge Oriana ult and a huge Lysandra ult. If you saw, if you were looking, she just got right in the middle of everybody there. She got stunned before she could lay down her ult immediately, but still, pretty quickly, just laid that out. Dealt a ton of damage to everybody.
Yeah, and the other thing to take into consideration is who died initially. So that was Tristana that died initially, even before she used her flash or her rocket jump.
Yeah.
And because Dr. Freebird was still alive after the ultimates, that's what allowed them to kind of clean up and get those 2 additional kills. Whereas if Tristana had stayed alive, the Orion ultimate likely would have changed the game, and then Tristana could have just sat back and dealt some damage. But she was dead, so she couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yep. And we're already seeing look at all this ward coverage from Freebird and friends. They really have a pretty significant advantage right now in terms of gold and vision right now. Other than that, they were all pretty even in terms of levels and everything. But yeah, Freebird and friends already kind of showing that advantage that we saw last game. Looks like July New Era is able to pick up a turret that will bring them only 2 turrets down.
Yeah,
Tristana just doing some split farming there. Same with Nara on the other side.
Yeah, and really Tristana needs to help to get herself back in the game with kills, because at this point she only has 1 kill and 2 assists, whereas Dr. Freebird has 3 kills and 1 assist.
Yeah, he's able to get kills almost every game, it seems like. He's almost always able to get fed like crazy. Yeah,
Dr. Freebird being very, very important in that bottom lane for Freebird and friends.
Yeah, and those both of these 80 carries immediately going for the Infinity Edge. They are both going to be dealing a ton of damage if they are able to get those crits in fights. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, they both are only going to have about like what, something like 30, maybe 40 if they add an extra item or two in terms of damage. Oh, but it looks like Phantom is going to get killed by the Lissandra ult. Very nice. That's a pickup from Freebird and friends. Again, this is the last thing that July new hires need right now. They really need to be able to not get picked out like that. They need to be able to roam around as their own ball of death and fight these fights and get their own picks. See, right there, that Thresh ult doesn't do anything, and he had to flash away. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he flashed away. And according to his flash timer, he did. Like, that Thresh hook, this one is doing something, but the other one, it was a nice Thresh hook, but it didn't do anything for the team. All it did was put him in danger.
Yeah, and it's kind of a rough game for July new hires, because at this point what's going on is they're reacting to what's going on instead of dictating what's going on.
Yeah,
so
there's always a point like that in the game where you start feeling like you are either dictating the way the match is going, or you're feeling that you're reacting to how it's going.
Yeah,
and being able to play under that sort of pressure, being able to play when other people are calling the shots, like that's what defines a truly good team. So we'll see if they are able to pull it out. They did in the first game. Not that we cast it tonight, but the other first game.
Yeah, they were able to pull that back. And really, oh man, Abigail taking a lot of damage.
J4 going in, getting a huge knockup, but too much damage. Oriana, pretty good, but so much damage going down. Zigix going down. Looks like Thresh is going to be the next to fall. Chimney Beans is going to die to Lissandra right there. Oh, and Gnar almost getting the kill on Tristana, but not quite. Again, a 1-for-3 exchange in favor of Freebird and friends. Oh,
yeah, well,
and
it's more.
Quickly be a 4-for-1. Oh, that's rough. And they're all brought pretty low. If that fight had gone just a little bit different.
Voomaster? Oh,
so close. So much health.
Oh my gosh, that's just got to be so unbelievably frustrating.
Yep.
So yeah, so close, but
again,
yet so far.
Almost an 8K lead in terms of in favor of Freebird and friends right now. We will see if July new hires can bring it back. A good idea right now might be to counter Baron, and it looks like they're doing it. The pings are going down. Yep, in fact, Freebird is having to go back. Janna looks like she's having to go back. Though they just killed the ward, and Freebird saw that. Freebird and friends saw that. They're going to give this one up for free. I mean, there's really nothing that they can do at this point. It's just, they're all too scattered away.
Gnar and Janna, though.
Not that they don't have plenty of time, though. They're taking forever to kill this Baron. They're going to be in a pretty unfortunate position at the end of this if the Freebird and friends are able to catch up.
Yeah, Peckle just throwing out those boomerangs, trying to stop them. We do have Lissandra flanking. Grab the lantern. You know, they should make some kind of an interaction between enemies and Thresh's lantern. I feel like that'd be hilarious.
If they could grab the lantern and it's like, surprise, you're my friend.
Yeah, I know. That'd be great. I feel like I make enough mistakes with that Thresh lantern when it's on my own team. It'd be crazy. I'd be like flying in the middle of the team when I don't want to.
Yeah.
He'd basically be fishing for me.
Freebird and friends picking up the consolation prize of Dragon right there. Only about an 8K lead. I say only. That's significant.
At 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with Baron buff, though, that's...
It's big. It's big.
It's close to 8K. Maybe not quite that much.
That's what they need. That's absolutely what they need to do in order to turn a fight around. So now it's the sort of thing where it's like if they end up getting in kind of a standoff here, especially if they get some good poke down, they'll be able to recover from that and really be on much better terms to engage with Freebird and friends than they would have otherwise.
Yeah, the only problem they're having with this Baron right now is the Baron isn't putting them ahead. It's really just evening out that gold lead somewhat.
Yeah.
And so, as you can see, they can't really push any objectives off of this. And in fact, all that they are doing at this point is they are attempting to get back into the game. So they're using Baron buff to farm. They're using to kind of try to push a little bit further out of their base. Oh, but that Wraith, man.
He's not getting away from that Thresh, I'll tell you that.
No way.
again, really, everybody who's watching really needs to understand how fantastic all of these wards are. They're just dropping wards and killing them like crazy. So many scanners and so many pinks.
Oh, there we go. Here's more deaths.
more deaths.
I know. I actually want to look at the after game stats to see exactly how many wards have died.
Yeah, whoever actually dropped the most wards wins the game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they win the whole game.
Not accurate. Even on the side of, looks like July New Hire is looking to engage here. Again, this is the sort of thing where it's like, this is a good area for them to engage because they can run back to their tower if things start going sour. I didn't mean to rhyme, at least not all the time.
Oh, Peckle.
But the Thresh is getting a hook.
Oh!
Looks like that's all that he took. Lucian laying his ult down.
Doesn't
Gnar
do very much damage.
No, not too much. So really, no damage on the side of Freebird and friends, but at the same time, July New Hires are going to be able to heal this up.
Yeah, with Baron buff, their poke is pretty much negated. And cooldowns have been blown. I mean, that Lucian ultimate is not super huge in team fights. It's really good at cleaning up kills or, doing damage as you're running away. But Abigail, meanwhile, picking up a couple wards.
Yep, that's true.
But man, if you look at Freebird and Friends, just take a look at the ward coverage. The bottom half of the map where Freebird and Friends is standing right now is completely lit up for them. There's no fog of war. They know everything that's going on down there.
Yeah, it's a lot. And so if you saw there, it looks like July New Hires are really trying to get an engage, but that Gnar is just kiting them like crazy with that boomerang.
And now we know why they banned out the Gnar that last time.
Yeah. Fun fact, Lucian is based on the character from Equilibrium that Christian Bale plays. So if you have not seen that movie, it's a good movie, and you should watch it to learn culture.
I thought it was based off of Obama.
No, that is presidential character.
Yeah, come on, presidential Lucian, it's a skin. Or it should be.
That would be hilarious.
Probably pretty racist, though.
His ultimate would be my fellow Americans.
Just shoot out American flags. Rito, please. Next skin.
They
Legendary.
made Dunkmaster Darius.
That's true.
However you want it. Yeah. So if you see here, their July New Hire's Baron buff has worn off officially, and it is going to be a little bit of time before that Baron is back up. So people are just going to go back, get some items, get some farm, lay some wards down, and get ready for the next team fight.
Yep. Meanwhile, Dragon is coming up in 2 minutes, but my guess is that the Dragon will be a consolation prize for the victor of the team fight if they don't get more important objectives.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I mean, yes, Freebird and Friends is pretty far ahead, but not so far ahead that they can basically do whatever they want without any kind of recourse there, unless they do catch somebody out, which is what they've been doing for most of this game. Oh, Abigail, good job.
Yeah, they really are. They aren't quite on even footing, but I mean, like this next team fight, even though Freebird and Friends has an advantage, they will. It will pretty much decide how the next course of the game is going to go.
Yeah, and the Wombo coming out from
Oriana and J4.
Yeah, exactly, from Oriana and J4, and then also Tristana now actually has not only Infinity Edge, but its Static Shiv completed. And I believe Tristana's sitting on quite a bit of gold right now. 700, less than I thought. But that will cause her to be able to jump on whoever kind of jumps on her. So now they're not really free to jump on her with one person because she can kind of duel and hopefully do a little bit more damage to the person who dives on her. So
Tristana is getting into that late game, starting to get into that. Well, she's really in the mid right now, but she's trending towards that late game strength that she's so well known for.
Yeah. And she will be able to get a lifesteal item next if she chooses to do so, because there's... Well, actually, she probably will go for armor penetration next, so it wouldn't surprise me if she went for like a Last Whisper.
Last Whisper is going to be next for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Whereas on the other side, Lucian looks like he's going for Blade of the Ruin King right there. He's already got the Yoshimitsu's Blade or whatever the heck it's called. So he's already got one active. Freebird does like his actives, so he will almost certainly be getting that and dealing a ton of dueling damage.
Yeah, he'll be able to outduel just about anybody because his attack speed will basically be buffed by the fact that he can continually use his abilities and get that double attack.
Yep.
Meanwhile...
So Peckle and Phantoms are just going to kind of duke it out a little bit right now. Bot lane, I don't think we're going to see too much from that. Oh, Orianna is coming in. But, I mean, Peckle's going to be able to get away. Nara's mobility is huge. And Baron is up, so it looks like Freebird and friends are roaming towards that. They know that Orianna is bot. So despite the fact that that both Peckle and Nara are down there, they both have TB. Oh, that is a great catch by Rabbit Cat. A lot of damage going down onto Janna. Tristana is going to barely be able to get out there. Oh, Freebird getting the kill. Only one ultimate onto that Vi. Oh, there goes the Tristana. She is going to go down.
Oh, no.
Oh, so close. Freebird and friends coming out ahead on this. Chimney Beans is going to go down. Phantoms is the only one left from July new hires. Again, we have 4 people from Freebird and friends alive. And with Phantoms getting caught like that, he's going down too. This is going to be an inhibitor for sure, if not more.
Yeah, and that fight was so close to going in favor of July new hires. Tristana almost got the kills to give her the resets, but just couldn't quite pull it out with the Ignite ticking on her. Tristana really, really badly needs a little bit of lifesteal to help her sustain back some of the damage she's taken in fights, but she more desperately needs that armor penetration. Yeah,
and again, here's another example where Freebird lives through a fight. He has 0 deaths so far. He and Lysandra never die. He's able to just pick up a ton of kills, able to deal tons of damage, and get out. Just walk right out. And there's that Blade of the Ruin King on him. So, and sure enough, with Tristana, it looks like she's going for that last Whisper. Lysandra has her Zhonya's, as we saw, because she used it. Wow, yeah, Lysandra has like a whole item on Orianna.
Oh, but here comes
Lysandra looks like, Lysandra is looking to get a kill on Abigail.
That's dead.
Abigail just too far out.
You know, too far out without those wards. Just trying to get some farm. Meanwhile, Rabbit Cat. Just being obnoxious.
Just getting a little bit of harass down right now. They didn't even get a Baron. Nothing has really happened out of that team fight other than just a bunch of gold on Freebird and friends. They now have an 11k lead and another turret, bringing them 6-3 in terms of turrets right now. Tristana is still down, so if there was ever a time to push, now is the time to do it. Jan is the only one not near the fight, so...
And she's pushing up in that mid lane to help push pressure up there, too.
Yeah, support Janna push the best. She's
just pulling the minion waves.
If you look at Janna's item, she has a Magi's.
Dude, that's the way to go, man. Why not?
I don't know.
she's got 14 assists and 1 death. I mean,
she does. She's getting AP off of it.
Oh, Peckle gets hooked up. Not gonna make anything happen.
Yeah, he does want to go in on that Nar. That's
oh, come on!
That he wants to do. 1v1, 1v1.
Oh yeah, man, those items. He's got the McHales.
For no one.
For no one. All right, so July new hires. What do they need to do here to try to get themselves back into the game?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think they need to get kills. It's what I've said the whole time.
They need to get kills. They also probably need to get towers, and ultimately, they really need the Nexus.
The alternative strategy is to get the Nexus.
Just teleport in. Throw a ward down in the back of the base, teleport in, nobody will expect it.
Yeah, we saw Burt Reynolds do that back in 1938. That was a pretty great game in the Worlds there. That's when they only had 3 champions, and one of them was Shrek.
One of them was Shrek. Alright, well, so, really, they just need to get kills. Yeah, if they can win one team fight with Tristana being up, if they can ace Freebird and friends,
they need to turtle. Their only chance right now, and I mean, like, this stinks because what is going to happen is Freebird and friends, they're taking out all the wards. They're basically saying, hey, this is our area. Like, it's like Grand Theft Auto. Their gang has control of this territory now, and they're about to hijack a car and run over that Baron.
Yeah, they are. This is like, yeah, oh, here comes the ult.
Summer goes in. Oh, that is a ton of damage. Oh, so much. Great Orianna ult getting 4 of them, but not even killing anyone.
No,
unfortunately.
Not even tickling anyone.
Again, what they needed to do was to try to avoid that. They needed to wait for the for Freebird and Friends. Phantoms is going to go down almost certainly. Yeah. They needed Freebird and Friends
to stay alive for a while though. Here comes the heal.
Always live, never die. Oh, so close.
Oh, but Oriana missed her dissonance there.
Oh, and she's
she's Yeah, that's dead.
Yeah, that's almost certainly going to be game right here.
That's an 8.
Yeah, what they needed to do was they needed to stay away from that Baron. They needed to just be close enough so that they knew that they were doing it, and go in when Freebird and Friends were already taking a bunch of damage from the Baron. Other than that, they needed to just sit back and try to get a kill under the turret. Because at this point, they need the turret.
Unfortunately,
Tristana's too close. It's too much damage. See?
That's game.
Yeah. That's almost certainly going to be game right there. That was just a mistake. I mean, it looked like a good catch, and it would have been if they were just a little bit more ahead, but too much damage.
Tristana just got taken out by consecutive Lissandra ults there. I bet you they didn't calculate. Oh, there we go. There we go. Shutdown.
Oh, so much.
Double kill. Coming in from the Maokai.
Penta. Never mind.
I've actually never seen a Maokai pentakill. I would like to see a Maokai pentakill.
That would be a sight.
I've seen a Galio pentakill with auto attacks once.
Wow.
Yeah, Maokai just luck of the draw. Maokai, landed a great ult, did about half damage to the entire team, and then the auto attacks just came in at the right time, stealing kills from the rest of his team.
That's impressive.
I know.
With an infinite amount of games, anything's bound to happen.
That's true. That's true. Isn't League played like 1 billion hours per month or something like that?
No, that's just me.
That's just you. Okay, I apologize. So multiply that by, what is it, 12 billion people in the world? I think at least, right? At least 3.
Yeah. Now, my math ain't so good, but...
yeah, no, there's probably... It's probably more like 100 billion people in the world, right?
Yeah.
Just that many.
Yeah, I believe it. So, I mean, this is... there's almost no way that they... Unfortunately, I don't like to say this, but I mean, I feel like there's very little chance that that July new hires can come back from this. There's just too much of an advantage on the side of Freebird and Friends. And even now, right now, July new hires are getting into they're getting in too close. They can't be that close to even 1 or 2 members of Freebird and Friends. There's really not much they can do. They can't go in and fight the Baron, unfortunately. Yeah, and they can't just sit back and sit under their towers, because then they get the Baron and they're able to siege uncontrollably.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh my gosh, that is a Lissandra 1v5. Oh, Chimney Bears and Abigail getting out of that.
We'll have to look at the damage to champions after this.
Yeah, I think Lissandra's gonna be crazy.
Taking turret hits and not even caring. He's still at higher health than Phantoms, and he's been taking turret hits for days.
Here it comes, right here. That's it. Peckle went too deep. Oh, flash though. One more time. Oh, don't get hit. Oh!
Still gonna be game turn for Freebird and Friends, but nice little consolation right there.
Oh gosh. Well, good game.
To Freebird and Friends, the winners of the epic fall tournament numero dos.
Yeah, so Freebird and Friends doing well.
Bueno, muy bueno.
Muy bueno.
Excellent work.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at damage done to champions.
Okay. I'm going to pull up the mainframe grid, and I'm going to look at the numbers here. Lissandra doing, oh wow, 31,000 damage to champions.
Yeah, that is a lot of champions. But I mean, look at Nara too.
That's twice as much as anyone on the other team, pretty much. Yeah. Again, the math is pretty close. We don't need to split hairs.
Yeah, Freebird and Friends, man.
Wow.
They had a pretty dominating performance in that match.
Trading out the Masters for this Diamond player was definitely a good idea.
I think that was the greatest choice that they could have made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so that is the end of our stream for today. Again, I was one of your